Alright, test this 1 2, test this 1 2 1 2, test this 1 2 1 2, test this 1 2 1 2. So far so good. Alright, well Judas better show up because he's the guy who fucking put me up to this. Not that you have to, you don't have to like really torment me to get me to play Nova Girl in co-op. Alright, let's see if I can get Mr. Judas available. Well, he's offline, so I don't really know exactly what to say about that. Alright, so we did one normal Nova mission that was as hard as a hard mission. Luckily we had Phoenix, but it's the Vermilion problem, which is the one mission I hate. Like, I can't find anything to like in that mission. I hate waiting for the lava. I lose SCVs. SCVs are hard to control. I hate all that shit. But I don't know if Judas is on. Judas, you'd be very proud of me. I moved to the center area in the Vermilion problem map almost immediately I had Phoenix, so he had, you know, a fucking army already. But I used Liberators to defend both of our bases along with some Marines, and actually worked pretty well. But I had also started a second... I had started a second full base, not just the geysers like I normally do. So I maxed out at 100 like almost immediately. Okay, I think the sound is good. I guess I can probably turn it up, but then it'll get loud in the mission. So I haven't been playing quite as much. Partially, I just wanted to take a break, but I'm almost at the point where I have all 90 mastery points that I can get, and it's less interesting with Nova. The only thing that's not interesting with Nova is the mastery points, because for me it's obvious. I mean, there's debate about whether nuke cooldown or Griffin airstrike cost, but you need Nova's primary ability and getting your unit lives regenerated quickly, so you don't have to rebuild your whole army. And then I'm gonna have to activate the prestige, which I've been waiting on, but I have no real excuse to not do it. But we still have to we got 86 points, and 1 2 3 4. We have to get to 90. And if my friend Judas comes on, then we will, I'm sure, do brutal missions and get lots of points. But it's a little hot in my house. I'm a little sweaty. I like my new Predator Red Dragon mouse, but it gets a little sweaty. And even though I keep getting less clicky and more responsive mechanical keyboards, I'm really getting to the point where I almost just want a flat keyboard with like almost no noise or movement. So I'm looking into that, and I'm also looking into getting, of course, the MX Master 3 Logitech wireless. I'm still using wired mice, but it's not my favorite thing. So all right, so let's do a hard mission and probably get our buttocks kicked. I apologize for the mess. I was all over everywhere today. All right, well, that's about as clean as it's gonna get. All right, I think this sounds good. Let's do this. There we go. Still no sign of Judas. He is named Judas after all. You can't trust him. Alright, so I got Kerrigan with the Infested. I don't actually love this mission either, but it is a mission that challenges me to use different units in different in builds and so forth, and so I like it just for that. Hey Muns, what's up? Let me turn up the sound. I have to give him a little bit. I like Morales. She's a cute little Latina.
We need to stop it. It's risky to move at night, but the infested die off during the day. When the sun is up, move out and burn their structures.
One thing I love about co-op is you're immediately gaining so much stuff that if you're like a little late getting to the game, it's actually like okay, because it just means that you're getting more minerals, which I need a lot of. Let me turn that up a little bit. Alright, here we go. Alright, so that's my builder. Ghost Academy is 4. Nova is 1. Nova can, of course, hold off the first wave by herself. And that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. I've tried a lot of base formations. I've tried closing off my base, like actually turtling it, like completely. Doesn't work as well as you think when you have to get Griffin airstrike your way back. Alright, barracks is 9. I'm gonna get the Nova detection, obviously, for the Zerg. So my question is, I don't know if people, I just like communicating with the people. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so let's get the Stimpact Marines ASAP. And let's get that factory going ASAP. We don't really need it. Right, they're gonna come for us, and Nova's not gonna be quite ready, but it takes a little while for them to get into the base. Oh shit. I totally forgot Engineering Bay. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last. But they probably, well, I don't know. Come on, Nova. You're all I got. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Actually, you're not all I got. I wish I had... I'm gonna try something.
Now back to it.
Alright, so we're switching her to stealth mode. I was gonna try something else.
Incoming hunterlings. They're cliff jumpers.
You're right. I gotta be careful of the hunterlings. They kill my base big time. I do want to get tanks, but I have to get the starport first. Where am I gonna put this goddamn thing? Alright, you armory, please. Well, I don't know if this is gonna stop. Well, no, that's a little too closer to anything. We'll put it here. Who cares? Who cares? And then he'll go here afterwards, and then here. Alright, here we go. Hey boys. Ba-ba-boom. Alright, so I'm actually gonna try some Hellbats. But I have to try a few different things in order to try the Hellbats. I gotta get the Elite Marines for one. I've been using hold position on everyone but Nova, and just have them hold position here so they don't just run right into the game. Hey boys. I'm of course getting tons of gas and not nearly enough minerals. Nope. Nope. Don't want the SCVs going there. Come on, Nova. Come on, Nova.
Upgrade is ready for use. Got it. Executing.
Me and Kerrigan, we're pretty good. Nope. It didn't. They still didn't fix the thing. There we go. There we go. Oh shit, are they under attack big time? They're under attack big time. Well, now I have all ground troops. I guess Hellbats don't exactly count as ground troops. Alright, so we made it to the dawn.
We need to destroy enough of it each day. Head to
Okay.
these coordinates to start.
Alright, let's get the starport.
Allied forces are under attack.
Alright, there we go. We're gonna get the penetrating blast and the snipe. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get an upgrade there. We're gonna get an upgrade there.
Add-on is under attack.
I know it seems like I'm not doing a whole lot, but this first one is sort of a no. Starport. Okay, there's my Raven, and then there's my Banshee. I feel much better already.
Looks like we can find additional structures here. This calls for a little sabbath. Say again.
Banshees. Let's see. Can I get a good shot of the nuke?
Upgrade complete.
That's not really when I want to shoot it, but it'll do enough.
Allied forces
It'll do
are under
enough.
attack. Seems like we could use a defensive drone.
Oh, interesting.
Confirm that last.
Interesting.
Upgrade is ready for use. Status report. Got it.
Come on, Nova. Come on, Nova. Snipe.
Good amount of infestation.
Snipe.
Just need to keep it up.
Let's get the son of a bitch.
Sabotaging. Confirm that last. Consider it done. Upgrade. Defensive drone initiated.
Alright, here we go.
Upgrade is ready for use.
And now, the coup de grace, as they call it.
Activating defensive drone. Status report.
Alright.
Allied forces are under attack.
Shit, I gotta get their stuff.
Nova here. Don't go out too far. There isn't much time left in the day.
Oh,
Confirm that last.
oof, man, they got a big army.
Upgrade.
They got a big army.
Upgrade is allied forces are under attack. Bringing a defensive drone online.
Alright, everyone hold position and attack. Oh, fuck, we gotta get back.
We're in for a rough night.
Yeah, we
I
are.
hope we can survive it.
Alright. That was actually a good time to jump out. That was a good time to jump out. Let's get another Raven for healing. Let's see. I'm close to tanks.
Nova here.
I gotta be careful though here.
Upgrade is ready for use.
That's just one of my turrets, I assume. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's so many ground units. I'd rather just stick with the ghosts. I know it's not the sexiest thing ever, but it's
Say again. Strictly business.
yeah. I should have done one more ghost so I like having an air unit. Here's 3 because the air units can do some stuff here.
Forces are under attack.
Ugh.
Detecting some spotters. They can fly, so you better keep an eye on them.
Yeah, we will.
A barricade is under attack. Our forces have engaged the
Where's
enemy.
3?
Say again.
Attack. 3. Come on.
Nova here.
Damn.
Say again. Allied forces are under attack. Activating defensive drone.
Come on.
Say again.
You know what?
Status report.
Screw it. We're gonna send a defensive drone, and then we're going to beam.
Ready for assault.
We're gonna beam Nova over here and just fucking go to town.
Say again. Time to play defense. Consider it done. Got it. Strictly this energy's too low.
Yeah, I just, I'm never gonna love this particular attack of Nova's.
Looks like Amon wants
Alright.
a piece of us too. Get those defenses in place.
We got him coming. Come on. Siege tanks. Siege.
Defensive drone initiated.
All right, hollow decoy.
Like I have backup. Status
All right, everybody else hold position. Nova,
Get up. Night's coming to an end soon.
stealth mode.
Our allied base is under attack. Allied forces are under attack.
got it.
Where's the main thing here?
On the offensive.
Where's the main thing? Cause I got a nuke and I would love to drop it. Well, I'm just gonna wait, I guess. Of course, I yet again have way too much money.
Later if we destroy too few structures today.
Way too much money. That's right, I said it. I got way too much money.
Say again.
Let's go out this way. All right. Now we used all our gas, and we're gonna use more for a Raven, but that's just how I play. So we're gonna get Marines. We're gonna get Hellbats. And we are going to get some Marauders in a second. But first, we're going to attack the shit out of...
Time to call down the thunder.
Alright, so there's the Thunder.
Confirm that last.
Sending you the coordinates
That
for
was
more
not
structures.
the Thunder I was looking for.
Bringing a defensive drone online.
Yeah, that's the thing. I really do need Spec Ops because their triple tap is just so nasty.
Allied forces are under attack.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Where's my siege tank? Do I really only have one?
Say again.
Did they kill one of my siege tanks? Oh, he's still in siege tank mode somewhere. Where the hell is he?
Allied forces are under attack.
Oh, there he is. Sorry, partner.
Nova here.
You know what? Screw it. We're just going to go in for the attack.
Forces are under attack.
Old school style. Lots of turrets. Lots of defensive drones. Hold. Attack and hold. Attack and hold. Attack and hold. Everybody back. Everybody back. Go this way. They're using cyclones. Get over here. Get into siege mode.
Say again.
Get into siege mode. Get into siege mode.
I've got another sector with structures on my scanners. Looks like the sun's about to set. Get ready for nightfall.
Great. Already? The sun's already setting?
Nova here. Status
That's okay. I got money for days. I got money for days.
Say again.
I got money for days.
Upgrade.
Alright, gonna start upgrading that armor.
Confirm that last.
Alright, let's get
Allied forces are
let's
under
get the
attack.
hell back here.
Lot of dead out there.
Alright, come on guys. Come on.
Make sure no one
Come on.
joined them. Looks like there's a viral phage among the infested. Might be a good idea to kill it. We can only do that at night. Don't worry if you can't kill the virophage tonight. I'm sure. it'll be
Alright,
back
let
tomorrow.
me get my banshees here in a second. Come on, get in siege mode.
Allied forces are under attack.
Defensive drone initiated.
Our base allied attack. You'll have to defend that barricade if it's gonna stay standing.
Alright, let's try and move some people over here.
The infested are trying to break through one of our barricades.
Alright, there's Nova. She's gonna send a
Allied forces are under
thing to the thing.
Understood.
Oh, she's going after the virophage.
Allied forces are
Alright,
Eyes
fuck
up.
it.
Our ride's here. Status.
Our base is under attack.
Activating defensive drone. On the move.
Our forces have opened fire.
Come on, kite. Attack.
Our allied base is under attack.
Nope, I didn't want
Allied
everyone to
forces are under
come.
attack. We're hitting our SCVs.
Ugh, fuck.
Allied forces are under attack.
You're going down. You are all going down. Anybody here?
Under attack. En route. Well, that's one less headache to worry about on this planet.
Okay, everyone back. Everybody back. Everybody back.
Allied forces are under attack. Our base is under attack. Executing. Allied
There it
forces
is.
are under attack.
Where are my ravens with the missiles? Come on. Come on.
Business.
Allied forces are under attack.
Give me some more ravens so I can get more stuff.
Allied forces are under attack.
Alright, siege tanks.
Those things are resistant to sunlight. We have to be the ones to kill it. Are you kidding me? Amon wants to attack us now too? Perfect.
How does she know about Amon?
My forces just took a huge
Confirm
hit.
that last. Our forces have engaged the enemy.
Do I have to go save Kerrigan?
En route.
Maybe.
Business.
Alright.
Say again?
You're 1.
Got it.
You guys are gonna be here.
Base is under attack.
You're gonna be 2.
It's almost sunrise.
Upgrade is ready for use.
Alright, let's get... I don't have any more supply. That's fine. What's up here? Whoops.
Our allies' base is under attack.
Come on, let's go. Let's go get these guys.
Forces are under attack.
Alright, there we go.
Advancing on target.
Nail all these guys. Nail all of them. Alright, here we go. We'll leave the tanks for now. We'll leave the tanks.
Executing.
We will leave the tanks.
Allied forces are under attack. Loud and clear.
Alright.
We're not done yet, commanders.
I still have a
Here's some more
nuke. I have a
structures
giant
to burn out.
nuke.
Under attack.
And I think this is where I'm gonna put it. Yeah, I'm definitely putting it here.
Allied forces are under attack.
Alright, here we go. Nah. Come on, let's blow them up. Let's blow them up.
Scans show that half of the
Let's
infestation
blow them
is
up.
gone.
Blow
We
them
can
up.
do this.
Come on, come on, come on, blow them up.
Allied forces are under attack. Allied forces are under attack.
Focus fire, focus fire, focus fire, focus fire, focus fire. EMP, 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 EMP.
Allied forces are under attack.
Here we go. Let's nail these guys. Let's nail these guys.
Detecting more structures at this location.
Well, too much money again. Nothing to spend it on. I guess I'll just spend it on everything. Did my
Allied forces are under
okay,
attack.
my engineering bay did go. So
The
let's
infestation is almost gone, but we
let's
need to
build
get the
2
rest of it
just
this
for the
to
hell
work.
of it.
Confirm that last. I'll make it
Can I get across the gap there?
acknowledged.
I'll have to come the long
Say
way.
again. Got it.
We'll have to come the long way,
Executing.
which is fine.
En route.
One big happy,
Consider it done.
one big happy family.
Allied forces are under attack. Loud and clear.
Should I just join them?
Complete.
I can do a Griffin airstrike, actually.
Confirm that
I can
last.
do 2 Griffin airstrikes,
Make the
actually.
most of the day, commanders. It's nearly over.
Seems like we could use a defensive.
Yeah, lots of defensive drones, lots of turrets. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Allied forces are under attack. Up.
That's right, that's right, that's right,
Under attack.
that's right, that's right. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's get him. Let's get him. Nope. Now it's finish the mission. Now it's finish the mission. Now it's finish the mission.
Attack. Bringing it.
Like but I'd advise against it, commanders.
The Zerg can't resist the. I mean, I don't know how much easier it could get at this point.
Forces are under attack. Our forces
Come on, Nova, snipe, 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 snipe.
Our allies' base is under attack.
Our base force don't get too bold out there. If our base falls to the infested, this planet will be lost.
We're not gonna fall to the infested. Don't worry.
Upgraded. Allied forces are under attack. Our base is under attack. Defensive drone initiated.
All right, we have almost done. We're almost done. These guys are running. They're so scared.
Allied base is under attack.
These guys are so scared. They're running. Here we go.
Allied forces are under attack. Base is under attack.
Here we go, and it's over. Boom.
Our base is under. I can't believe it. We actually did it.
Yeah, that was hectic as hell, but we did it.
Never had a doubt.
Never had a doubt, of course. Yeah, this mechanical keyboard, it's just not. Thank you. Oh no, that was hard mission. It's supposed to be that much. Duh. All right. So this isn't supposed to happen. Like, Nova's supposed to take care of important objectives and fill in the gaps where the more powerful player doesn't. So the fact that I, with 68 units, had more units and structures killed, but equal infested structures, so that's good. But look at this, 33,000 damage dealt by Nova, plus another 6,000 prevented. It's right up there with Kerrigan's 44,000. That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm extremely happy with that performance. And boy, do we still have a long way to go to get those mastery points. So I'm still not totally sure. Just checking sound real quick. I'm still actually not totally sure how, sorry about this with the mic, how the prestige level works. I think you go in order. I probably should wait until there's someone on chat. I think you go in order, starting with Soldier of Fortune, then Tactical Dispatcher, then Infiltration Special. But then you can switch, I think you can switch back and forth, including back to Dominion Ghost, which would allow me to do Mastery. Well, I thought my buddy Judas, but he's acting like a Judas. So, just to get prepared, the first one, Factory and Starport, don't have tech requirements, meaning I can build in any order, other than Armory, I suppose, other than the Armory. And this is really interesting. Unit charges accrue 100% faster for the first production structure built. So, you can build a Factory or Starport first, but you better be ready to make a lot of those things. Definitely not going to be a factory unless it's a special mission. Goliaths are so specialized anti-air. The Hellbats are impossible to control. And tanks are great, but I don't mind if I only have 2 or 4 tanks and they don't come late. Starport's an interesting one because I do love Banshees. And I'm trying to use more Liberators. And I love Ravens. And because she already builds bio units super fast, so like I build a starport first, and then I build barracks and engineering bay, and then factory and armory. The bio comes out 50% slower, but I'm already getting a bunch of ravens and let's see, and covert banshees. It's a tough call. I mean, I tend to really use a lot of bio with Nova. You're kind of supposed to use a lot. You're supposed to use, I mean, the way I see it is it's not a traditional death ball, even though they're best when they are all together. It's a moving defensive attack, if that makes any sense. It's a moving it's a mobile defensive shield that can be impenetrable at this time, as you saw at the end of that last mission, can be impenetrable. And I have been inspired by the strategy by things in, like Warhammer and other like war books and stuff I've read. But I really like the notion of it still being built around the infantry, and with Nova there, obviously. But you've got, and they hold such great formation between the Ravens and the Covert Banshees in terms of they sit right on top of the soldiers when you're moving, and they all move sort of the same speed, and then when you stop, they kind of spread out a little bit, and especially when I hit hold position on them, and I start doing Raven things with Predator missiles and turrets and so forth, then your infantry forces can really go to work. The infantry, part of the calculus here, if I may be so bold. Hold on one sec. All right. I'm just going to Nova's page super fast. Marines are Marines. And even though these elite Marines have 150 life, they only get +1 per level. Now, they start with 9 instead of 6, so, 12 with a range of 6 and a DPS over 10 is pretty good. It's a 300 charge cooldown, for all the bio units, including Marauders and Spec Ops. So that means it's a 600 charge cooldown. If I were to make a starport or a factory first, that's a lot. That's like 10 minutes. Yeah, it's a lot. It's for 10 minutes. The Marauders have 350 life, and so I don't know why people don't like Marauders. I know they have a weird attack, and their DPS 10, 20 versus armored, could be better, but 350 life with an armor built in, by the way. And, when you talk about armored, well, Spec Ops are all light against light. Hellbat Rangers and Hellions, light units. Strike Goliaths, air and armored with the Hellfire, but missiles in the air, which is great, but not on the ground. If you're facing a lot of big, motherships and capital ships, that's when you need the Strike Goliaths, and you kind of know ahead of time. The heavy siege tanks. By the way, it's a 300 charge cooldown for everybody, so that means normally you get to, do a drop pod of a unit after 300 seconds. Which is 5 minutes. This time it will be 10 for the one you don't choose, but it will only be 150 seconds for the first building you do choose, and that's 2.5 minutes, which is almost nothing. So you could get a ton of Marines and Marauders out like immediately. Yeah, I'm just making sure about the stats. Obviously, when siege tanks are in siege, they're unbelievable. And their upgrade is a +5 straight and a +2 for armored, and +3/+2 upgrades when they're not in siege mode. Goliaths get +3 per level ground, and they get +2 and +2 per level air. So pretty good enhancements. Raid Liberators obviously get super strong. The Ravens, they're not doing traditional fighting. The Banshees only +2 per level. So, upgrading, I've gone back and forth about should I prioritize upgrading Novas. I should just show this to you guys. It's not really that hard. There we go. I'll try and make this bigger. Yeah. Then there's the railgun turret and the missile turret, so the Banshee, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But when you look back at the bio units, the ghosts, they already have 15 + 15 light. They've got triple tap, which can immediately kill 3 ground units of small to medium level. And they get a +2/+2 per level. And the Marauders are also getting a +2/+2 per level for armored. Well, Spec Ops are getting +2/+2 for light, and Elite Marines are just getting +1, but they attack everyone in ground and air, and it's just, it's going to be hard, at least early on, using, when I'm using the, we'll jump back here. When we do finally go for Prestige, and the first one, Soldier of Fortune, it's going to be really hard to not start with bio units, especially on harder levels where you're trying, the only thing you can get out, you can't even get Nova out in time on the harder levels. So it has to be Marines or Marauders, essentially. And then once you've done that, you've already built your barracks. So I don't actually see my strategy changing much more, other than I'm going to build the starport before the factory and the armory, and get that 600 second clock going. All right, second one is Tactical Dispatcher. This is what I'm really looking for, because even though I used a Griffin airstrike at the end just because I had so much money, I don't use it as part of my strategy. And that's part of the reason why I can do well with Nova with 4 geysers, but only 1 mining field, and not set up a second base. I really prefer not to set up a second base. There are some where you sort of have to, like the Vermilion thing with the lava, and then there's some where you don't really have a choice, like this last one where you're in the base just trying to survive the Zerg. But tactical airlift, usually okay, so normal tactical airlifts, okay, just stick with me here for 1 sec. So normal tactical airlifts costs $200, 200 minerals, has a cooldown of 120. So that means you have to wait 2 full minutes, whereas Phoenix, with his air, tactical body that he gets into, can basically do it constantly as long as he watches his energy. But with the tactical dispatcher, which reduces cooldown by 75%, you're talking about 30 seconds. So as long as I have minerals, that's what I'm going to be spending minerals on. I still am going to be spending a lot of minerals on the shields. Why do I always forget what they're called? What are they called? What are they called? Snipe, tech, assault mode. Where's her stuff? Not sabotage drone. How much damage does sabotage drone do, by the way? I'm kind of curious. Equips. No, that's stealth mode. Where is the actual sabotage drone? There's a okay. Sabotage drone, which I'm using a lot as scouting and damage. You have to wait 10 seconds, but they rarely go after it if they can even see it. It's 200 and another 200 to structures. So you follow that with a nuke, and it's unbelievable. So you already have that. That's not getting affected by anything. Your Griffin airstrike takes forever, but you still are getting nukes and sabotage drones, and that's fantastic. If you've watched me a lot, you know that I always try and have at least 3. Can I find it? Here's the question. Sorry. I don't think you're even looking at it. Hold on one sec. Where is it? The shields. Not blink. Defensive drone. Costs 100, but you can save up to 5 charges. And it can absorb 200 damage. So, if you watch me, my strategy is always, try and drop a sabotage drone and a nuke. And as I'm going in up the ramp to the base, I try and rush up the ramp, hope that the nuke and or sabotage drone is causing enough chaos, and just get up into the level of the base. And from there, I can drop a defensive drone right on my units. I tell them to hold position so they don't leave, and then I put 2 to the side. So if they do start going side to side, or I need to move them side to side, they do that. So that's great. And it lasts for 60 seconds. The cooldown for defensive drone, because I have all the specials with military hardware, it goes down to 60 seconds from 90. You can carry up to 5. So all you got to do is wait 5 minutes, and you got 5 drones, and they cost 100 each, which is nothing. And it lasts 60. I mean, the thing that is really hard to believe is that it lasts 60 seconds. Absorbing 200 damage, and you can store 5 charges. So you can, if you time it right, like when it's 52 seconds, you just drop another defensive drone, absorb another 200 damage from any units. I mean, Griffin airstrike looks awesome and does tons of damage, but in terms of my defensive Nova attack ball, defensive drone is the best thing, along with Ravens and everything Ravens do. But anyways, something I'm already working on, and so I wished a tactical dispatcher was actually first, is not just saving tactical airlift for an emergency escape, which you do need to do sometimes, and this will help big time, reducing it by 75% from 2 minutes to 30 seconds. But the thing is, strategically, if you time it right, you shoot a sabotage drone into the base to both reveal the base and do early damage to units and structures. Then you drop a nuke, if you can, on top of it or nearby to destroy more structures. But even if you only have one of those, it's enough chaos to get moving. But then instead of trying to run up the hill, run up the ramp into the base, and then get set, while you're getting blasted or whatever, by the units who are defending, and the photon cannons and so forth and so on. Rather than do that, we've already revealed the base with the defensive drone. With the sabotage drone. And so I have 10 seconds, which is more than enough time in a game like this, to drop 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 defensive drones, depending on how many I have and how big the base is and how many I need. But at least I'll have time to drop 1 or 2. And then if I have money, so what I would do is then I would use the Griffin, I would use the tactical airlift because it'll be ready after 30 seconds, as long as I have $200. I would use the tactical airlift to drop right in the middle of the base, but after the defensive drones are already activated, and since they last 60 seconds, if I save up my money, I then can drop liberators and or tanks and put them in defensive mode or siege mode within the already existing defensive drones. And if I, especially with tanks, because I can put it right in the middle, I can time it so that if I save my shekels, as we say, that you could just just keep dropping defensive drones on top of your tanks and your heavy units. But yeah, I mean, thinking creatively about how to use tactical airlifts is just going to be amazing with Tactical Dispatcher. So I'm just sort of playing around with it now. I mean, it's set up perfectly for Nova's army because, you know, she's not a traditional sniper. I mean, she's leading an army. She's commanding giant Goliaths and siege tanks and liberators. I mean, she is, you know, the general of the army. Yes, she has her ghost mode, which is what I prefer for most of the game, just because I like sniping things. It's really helpful, and having her not die by being cloaked and not running out with her little shotgun or whatever is very helpful. So she's like, I'll tell everyone else to stay in the defensive shield and hold and just fire. Even if that's why I prefer tanks to liberators, because liberators take forever and are difficult to, you know, get into their defensive position. But until then, all they can do is fire really, really shitty low-level missiles at other area units, and they'll die quickly. Siege tanks are strong even if they're not sieged. And, you know, sometimes I'll hit siege, and then I'll move the units like a second before it sieges, and it won't siege. But if it's right in the middle of the base, and you've got a bunch of other units, including Banshees, and then, of course, Ravens, just... You know, if you get in the center of the base, then you can use Ravens to actually do a circle around your defensive drone with those turrets. And anything that gets through the turrets, the covert Banshees are firing, the tanks are firing. You got Spec Ops and Marines firing in the air. Maybe a couple of Goliaths if they have big ships, but if it's just you know, small to medium-sized aircraft, Nova can snipe the shit out of it. And honestly, if you have 3 or more Ravens with full Predator missiles, you can just Predator missile the shit out of most stuff as well. And so, back to Soldier of Fortune, before I get the tactical airlift that I'm excited about, I still think I'm going to get the barracks first, because I can just always churn out units, because I'll always have some money. Building the starport second, you know, all this, I can live without covert Banshees. That's sort of just, I just like controlling them. I know how they move. I just feel comfortable with covert Banshees working with covert Nova, but they're also, you know, staying. I'm constantly, if you watch me, I'm constantly kiting or dancing, whatever you want to call it, the Banshees back and forth. Because they don't do a ton of damage, but as long as I can keep them alive and there's enemies all around, they're firing, and they do have some splash, you know, when you get their special. But it will be hard to wait for those Ravens. I'm going to lose my ability to really rely on Ravens in the mid to late game of just dropping tons of turrets and, of course, the Predator missiles. So factories definitely last unless I really want tanks. And so the only question is, do you build bio first and fast with the barracks, or do you build the starport and, you know, really start? I mean, I don't know if you even have enough gas, let alone minerals, and so forth. And the final one, infiltration specialist. Okay, this is another weird one. Nova gains super cloak. So what's super cloak? All right, let's show you. Let's show you guys what super cloak is. So she cannot be. Here it is. Infiltration specialist gives Nova super cloak, meaning she cannot be detected at all. So no detection. She's completely cloaked, and she can just walk all the way around the base, and they can have detection for days, and she's fine. She's invisible, however, not invincible. so she can die in lava, for example, in the Vermilion problem. The problem is with the Prestige is that she's way less useful in fights because you don't get assault mode at all. Now again, I don't use assault mode except if it's just like a pure Zerg type mission, you know, with a lot of small Zergs or infesteds or whatever. So I'm actually okay with that part. But the part that I'm not as comfortable with is she loses her super cloak for 4 seconds upon attacking or using snipe. Now, she doesn't lose it. If I'm reading this correctly, can cripple them with cooldowns and sabotage drones. So defensive drones, sabotage drones, Griffin airstrikes, what else am I missing? Tactical airlift, obviously, but that's not really any sort of attack. But anyways, the nukes, obviously. It says cooldowns and sabotage drones have increased potency and used more often, less useful on defensive missions. So yeah. So, but you can't use snipe, which is, you know, I'm constantly microing her snipe, so that's just like something that. So as soon as you attack, it's easy for her not to attack. You tell them to hold fire. Ghosts can be ordered to hold fire, which is, thank God they have that. And like I've done, you know, Nova covert ops missions specifically, where, you know, you try and get through the entire thing without killing anybody, even the bad guy humans, the defenders of man or whatever. So I'm cool with that. No snipe is tough, but if she's not sniping, that means I need at least a unit that can attack heavy air units, and that means Goliaths, and then either Liberators or tanks for the grounds. So it's actually, the more you think about it, it's really not that bad, because her abilities have a 50% increased radius. Oh, that's where it is. Okay, this is ridiculous. 50% increased radius. Okay, so normally Sabotage Drone has radius of 4 and does 400 damage, but it goes up to 6, and the cooldown is reduced by 50%. So that means you're getting the cooldown for in 23 seconds, so less than 30 seconds, and a much bigger blast. And if you look at, I'm almost scared to look at Tactical Nuclear Strike with Infiltration Specialist. So you know, nukes after 5 seconds deals 600 damage to all enemies within a radius of 8. So it's more great because of radius in that it only takes 5 seconds, but it's actually much easier to fire off sabotage drones, and it does free spying for you. And now that sabotage drones will be 6, yes, nuke strike will go from 8 to 12, and the cooldown goes down to 165, which is unbelievable. So that means, wait, hold on. Oh, so I'm still using. See, what I'm not. This is what I'm not clear on is if you still are using mastery points. So if I'm still using my nuke and hollow decoy mastery points, you can get it down to 330 seconds. But you get it down to 165 with Infiltration Specialist. Initial cooldown 600. So after the first time where you do have to wait 10 minutes for the nuke minus whatever the mastery does, then you only have to wait for nukes. And remember, these nukes aren't like nukes in the single player where you have to pay for them and build them. She just gets it when the clock runs down. So here she's going to be getting nukes every 2.5 minutes, basically. So yeah, so she's just going to run to the base, drop sabotage drones, drop tactical nuclear strike, and she can where is it? Where her drop downs, her call down abilities, and she can fire defensive drones from inside the base, without getting caught, Yeah, right. That's already good. And the Griffin, which I don't use a lot, sometimes I do switch the points so that the Griffins cost less depending on the mission. It deals 500 damage, with a length 18 and width 6. So it's hard to argue with how powerful the Griffin is, because the nuke does get an 8 radius, and it will go to 12, but it's not 18 by 6 after a brief delay. But with Tactical Dispatcher, increases the airstrike cooldown, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Infiltration Specialist. But I'm not seeing Infiltration Specialist as... It says her abilities have radius, but it doesn't say... Okay, so her cooldowns are already getting have already gotten better from all the leveling I've done, and they're more advantageous, obviously, in Tactical Dispatcher. So the defensive drone in Griffin Airstrike doesn't come quicker with the Infiltration Specialist, but it comes just as fast, and Nova can be in the middle of the thing. Also, this will be fun. If Nova does end up dying because she ends up attacking or sniping or just being dumb, I can instantly regenerate her in the middle of an enemy base, and they should not be able to see her. So it's an interesting conundrum. It's a very interesting conundrum. So, okay. Well, not a lot going on in chat at the moment. I have to get water, use the bathroom, the whole thing. And I actually want to watch my performance from those last 2 games, because those were a little hairy. So, I will be back shortly. Well, not that shortly. So I'm going to start and stop the feed, and then we'll go from there.